I'll never forget Rob Reiner saying, "Don't worry, I hired two of the best guys to teach you, and Mandy and Chris, don't worry about it." And sure enough, I got a phone call in my hotel room right after the table read from Peter Diamond. So he hired these two guys, Bob Anderson, who was a Olympic fencer for Great Britain in the 1950s, and Peter Diamond, who was a famous swordsman and stuntman. And they had done all the lightsaber sequences in Star Wars, so they were pretty good. And they worked with Burt Lancaster and Errol Flynn, and they were in their 60s, and you know, Peter Diamond was kind of short and rotund, and Bob Anderson was very tall and lithe, but these guys were so fast. I remember one time during rehearsal, I was getting kind of cocky, and I was like, "Okay, go ahead, Peter, try and take the sword out of my hand." And just as I said, "out of my hand," he went like that. And he goes, "You were saying?" So they were amazing, and they said, "Okay, look, we've told the producers that, you know, it's going to be hard enough to teach you guys to be right-handed, forget left-handed. And we've asked them to move the fight to the very end of the movie because we need every day we can get with you guys. And we're going to work you 8 hours a day, 5 days a week in pre-production," which they weren't kidding about. And they said, "We're going to grab you for any free time you have during the making of this film." In other words, while all the other cast was sitting around, you know, eating, you know, sandwiches and chatting and hanging out between setups or between scenes, Mandy and I were rehearsing every single day. So we would go home at the end of the day, forget acting scenes and stuff. We would actually be fencing, and then we'd go home and we'd just be exhausted. I would just pass out every night, you know. And they made us learn not only right and left-handed, but they made us learn each other's parts as well. And when I first asked the reason why, Bob Anderson said, "Well, the important thing is we don't want any accidents on the set. And if you learn each other's parts, there'll be less chance for anything to happen." So we had double the workload, right, left, and each other's parts as well. So I mean, it was incredible. By the time we showed Rob, I remember the first time we showed him on the beautiful set that they built, which was the top of the Cliffs of Insanity, right? And we showed it to him, and apparently we were so fast, it was over in like a minute, and we ran up to him at the end of it, and we were panting, like, "What do you think?" And he was scratching his beard, and he goes, "That's it?" And we're like, "What do you mean, that's it?" "Yeah, that's it. I mean, we've been rehearsing this for months." He goes, guys, look at this set I built for you. I mean, look at it. It's got trees and rocks and this and that. It can't be